Hello, family, and welcome back to another video with me. And we're still going to be continuing on the subject of purpose. One thing to know about purpose is that purpose focuses on the overall essence of everything created. Purpose can be broken down into moments. But moments are not more important than purpose. What do I mean by that? If you want to know the purpose of your life, it's a global term that has to encompass the totality of a human being's existence. But within this totality, it's made up of times, seasons, moments, instances, situations, and so on and so forth. And so when you bring all of these together, it forms cumulatively what we call the purpose of a man. Purpose is broken down further into a lot of other aspects, including your calling, your giftings, your talents, and so on and so forth. But I want to focus on the aspect of seasons and moments. Seasons and moments are important, but never trade a moment for your overall purpose. A lot of people have reduced purpose to marriage. Marriage is good, and marriage is one of those most defining moments as far as purpose is concerned. But as important as marriage is not more important than purpose. What I mean by that is, marriage is something you can either do without or do with. But purpose is something you cannot live without fulfilling. You can live a life unmarried and still be fulfilled at the end. But you cannot live a life outside of purpose and experience fulfillment at the end. Moments give happiness. Purpose gives fulfillment. So purpose is more important than moments, than seasons, than times, as important as these are. And so my encouragement for us today is never to come to a point where we focus on times, where we focus on moments, either good or bad or ugly, above purpose. All of that is within purpose and is important, but always know that purpose is superior to moments. Am I saying neglect moments? No. Make the most of every moment. Make the most of good times. Make the most of loved ones. Make the most of every enjoyable moment you can. But never forget that purpose is more important. What I'm saying is that don't allow a bad marriage to determine the outcome of your life and destiny. Don't allow one failed course in school to determine the outcome of your career or your overall purpose. Don't allow moments in which you did not seemingly succeed to determine the overall success of your purpose. On the other hand, never trade a moment for your overall purpose. What do I mean by that? There's a lot of people now who are tempted to make bad decisions right now because it will gratify them in the moment. Right now. For example, as a young man, you meet a young lady who is extremely beautiful and physically appealing and so on and so forth. And you know that this one will not help you in purpose. But because of the lust of the flesh, you decide to get involved in this one, who can potentially destroy your future, potentially destroy your purpose, potentially take you out of purpose, and you decide to go for that. That is a very foolish decision to make. Always have purpose in view. Always have purpose at the back of your mind. Always have purpose in front of every decision. Let purpose lead you. Let purpose guide you while you make decisions. Let purpose guide you while you make your steps. Because one thing is for sure, the steps of the righteous man are ordered by the Lord. And the path of a just man are like a shining light that shineth brighter and brighter unto a perfect day. Do you have a perfect day in view? That is purpose we're talking about. I want to thank you in a special way for joining me up to this moment. And I hope to see you on the next one. God bless you. Shalom.